Hey guys, and welcome back to another SmartSuite Basics video. In this live session, I'm going to be going over Global Catalogue. We've had a few requests over the last weeks of just users wanting to know how to catalog items and what's the best way to do it. So I thought I'd create a little video for you guys so that we can jump in and have a look at what's going on in a global catalog and how it works. So yeah, let's jump in and have a look. So first of all, as always, you want to make sure you're logged in as an administrator. This allows you to gain access to certain areas of the catalog or the system so that you can do these things that I'm going to show you. So let's have a look. From your menu, you want to go to Catalog, Global Catalogue. Alright, now let's first talk about what Global Catalogue is. So Global Catalogue is a feature we've created that allows you to set up databases, external databases like SCIS and Trove, for example, that you can connect to. It allows you to search via ISBN and then import that information into SmartSuite itself. Alrighty, so by default, I believe everyone has SCIS set up. You do need to add your username and password into the system for it to connect to SCIS itself. Or like Trove, you do need a username and password for that as well. But once you've set that up, then you can go ahead and start your cataloging. Okay, and I'll show you how you would set it up. So you're looking for configuration at the bottom in your toolbar. So let me just put that on mute. And once you're in there, you'll have some options to select from. Okay, so from the very top, we're looking for Z3950 database. If you click on that, you get your database configuration page appear. You should see SCIS by default. There won't be any others here, but you can add them if you wanted to. As you can see here, I've got Trove here. I've been playing with, but you do need your own username and password to connect to that database. So if you do have an account with them, you can definitely add them as an extra place that you would like to import from. So from the top, we've got our display name, okay, server details, all that kind of information. But the username and password should be blank if you're a brand new site. So you will need to add that information in here. Once you've done that, just hit update, and that will connect you to SCIS itself. Okay, and then how does it work? Well, the page looks a bit scary with all this information here on the left. Okay, but this information here is your copy defaults. Okay, so the system will allow you to set up a whole lot of defaults so that when you're importing your records, so you've got 20 records that you've got to import without having to go into each one and adjust your location, sublocation, okay, things like that. You can set that here, and then when you import that, that information is already added to it. Okay, so it's a super cool way of just bulk importing records, and pretty much once you're done, you don't have to touch them. They're ready to be circulated out to students. Okay, so from the section up top, okay, it does require you to select the media that you want to add to the item as well. You should have book by default, and then you can update any other information. So your security, for example, so let's say you're doing teacher reference records, things that only teachers can borrow or view, or you want to view in the search, you can add a security here. Okay, and then that will, when circulating an item, if a student picks up a teacher reference record, when they go to circulate it, it won't allow them to circulate it. And if they're searching within the OPAC, they won't be able to see that item at all either. Okay, so that's what your security is for. Your location, sublocation, loan period, renewal period, these are all things that you would want to update as you're going through. So let's say you have a whole bunch of fiction books, you also have a whole bunch of junior fiction or non-fiction. I would always stack them together and then go ahead, do all my fiction. Once I've done that, I can find non-fiction, okay, then do all my non-fiction and update the information there so that it's relevant to the items that I'm cataloging. Okay, so this is a very powerful little tool here, which will save you time when cataloging if you do it correctly. But yeah, definitely jump in, have a play with these little fields here. You'll just, like I said, save you time when cataloging. Alrighty, so you'll notice up the top here we have two blank sections. Okay, ISBN, SCIS number. So SCIS number for those who are SCIS users. Each SCIS or each item catalogued by SCIS has a specific SCIS number. You would use that if there was no ISBN for the record. A good example would be, you know, a program, a DVD, something like that. When SCIS catalog their items, they'll have their own specific SCIS number, and I'll just show you what that looks like here. Okay, there's the SCIS number. Okay, even though the item has its own ISBN, it also has its own SCIS number there. Alrighty. That back over here. Okay, so let's say you've got your books in front of you. What do I do now? I always like to tell people, make sure that you stick your school barcode on the record before you go ahead and catalog these items, and I'll explain why now. Let's say I want to catalog a book. My favorite books are, you know, the Hobbit books and Lord of the Rings, so I'm going to SCIS import the Hobbit, there and back again. Okay. Normally you'd have the book ready in front of you, so you'd scan your ISBN, then you scan your school barcode. Okay. You don't have to do this. However, if you do already have the school barcode stuck on the book, it's another thing that speeds up circulation cataloging. So you don't have to then go back and assign each book its barcode. You can do it all here as you're cataloging. Okay, so I would then adjust this. Okay, and any other information you want to add to that, you can. Okay, once I've added in my ISBN, I'll then add in my book barcode. I'm just going to do ISBN plus that. Okay, that is how easy it is. The book is now catalogued. It has the barcode that I've given it. Okay, I can now go to circulation and circulate that book straight away. So let's say you get a whole bunch of new books come in. You do what I have done just there. Enter the ISBN, school's barcode. I can then go ahead and hand that out to a student straight away in circulation. Okay, so it's super powerful, very, very quick. Now you do have the option to jump to the record. Okay, so I can click on the title. It'll load up the catalog record on that copy that I've imported. Okay, you can see all the information has been placed there. Okay, now if you didn't add your barcode as I did up here, okay, you'd have a randomly generated barcode that the system just chucks onto that record. You would then have to click on the title as I did before, load this, and then edit the barcode here. Okay, so you can see the benefits of having your barcodes ready on your books before you start cataloging. Okay, I don't have to touch this record now. It's ready to go. Straight onto the shelf. I don't have to worry about anything in the catalog that I need to mess with. Okay, so remember that. Split your books up into your sections. Okay, so fiction, non-fiction, junior fiction, whatever it is. Make sure they have their school barcodes on them as well. And then you can smash through all those records and catalog them onto the system. Now there's a few other options down the bottom here you'll see. Your barcode format. Okay, so if it's set to prefix by patron, this just means that I'm aware that these books do not have a specified barcode on them, so no school barcode, so that when I paste or scan my ISBN, it's going to import it straight away. Okay, so it skips the step of adding its own barcode. Okay, you can notice here it says patron as the barcode. If I then go to that record again, you'll see here that randomly generated barcode that you will have to update. Okay, and then save. Okay, so only adds really a couple seconds to each catalog item, but you do need to obviously stick that book barcode on that book, scan it. Okay, so just be prepared that if you don't have your barcodes prepped and ready, you can still catalog the items. You'll just have to add the barcode manually later. Okay, and then you have some other options to select from here. So your coda bar, code 39, it'll find the last barcode, add the next one in line. Okay. Search by ISBN SCIS number. So if you have a DVD, for example, don't have an ISBN, select SCIS number, then same field up here, place that SCIS number in there. It'll then search SCIS for that specific SCIS number field, not ISBN. So keep that in mind, that when you are trying to SCIS import things using the SCIS number, make sure you select SCIS number. Your merge duplicates by, so by default it's set to append copy, which just simply means it'll find that ISBN within the catalog, then add a barcode to it or add a copy. So if I refresh this, when I added that second copy, okay, it's just found that ISBN, gone. It's already there, I'll add a copy to it for you. Okay. You do have a replace record, duplicate record, or replace on order. So they're the options you have to play with in there. Replace record will replace a full catalog record. Duplicate record will duplicate that title and add a new copy to that. Replace on order was created for a site some time ago, but you do have that option there. Now, we do have some people who still download records from SCIS. Okay, so let's say you're on SCIS, you're adding a whole bunch of items to your list, you then export that list. Okay, SCIS will give you a zipped folder containing the list of items, okay, in a MARC format file, excuse me, as well as, I think it's they now do a folder of images, covers for that. For those records that you've downloaded. You can use that in Global Catalogue, so you don't have to manually scan each item. You can download it from SCIS in bulk. So let's say you did 50 records. You can then come here, click upload, okay, and you want to select a MARC file. Okay, the system will ask you for a record. You can then select that and it'll go through and import those records from that MARC file. Okay, a good thing about this is places like Wheelers, okay, if you had ebooks through Wheelers, they'll give you a MARC file containing all the ebooks that you've purchased. You can upload them through here as well. Okay, so keep that in mind, your MARC file, very special. As well as a SCIS or ISBN number list, excuse me, you can just scan a whole bunch of ISBNs into a text document, and then upload it through here, and the same process, it will go through and upload each ISBN. However, you can't do the specified barcode with an upload option. So you will then need to later come back to each of those uploaded items and assign a barcode to them. Okay, so keep that in mind. There is that extra process there for that, for when using your upload options. Okay, and back to our configuration, we've got a whole lot of other options in here. You do have your copy default, so you can set multiple copy defaults, okay, just by media type. And then from your list here, you can just select it and it'll load that copy default that you've created on that media type. So definitely jump in and have a play with that as well. Again, as you saw, it greatly increases the or decreases the time taken to catalog your items. Also under configuration, we have MARC tags, and MARC tags are pretty tricky to play with if you're not aware of what mark tags are, I'll show you in SCIS. So each record will have its own mark view. Okay, so record details as catalogued by SCIS will appear like this. So these are all the items that are going to be imported. Okay, and with the mark tags, you can tell the system what you want to import, what you want to skip, for example. So if I click on View Mark Record, okay, it looks like a bit of a mess, but you have here these are your mark tags. Okay, so for example, title's always going to be 245. Okay, and then you've got your sub tags, which relates to the information next to them. Okay, so I have in my test environment, I have tag 245, sub tag A and C, and you'll see that in here where it's given me the full title plus the sub tag C. Okay, so if I didn't want this information to appear, I could go to my mark tags, find what I don't want to appear, and then remove my sub tag C. And then when it sees this information, okay, it'll just import 245A, and that will be the title that it brings through. Okay, so mark tags are very powerful. It allows you to really customize what you're doing, what you're importing from SCIS or any other database that you have set up on your system. I don't know if other databases show mark tag records like this. I'm sure they follow the same guidelines, but you'll need to double check that with your provider. Okay, unallocated barcodes. So if I did go ahead and upload a whole bunch of records, it would not allow me to give them a specified barcode. So I can find that list in here, okay, and then add a barcode to it. You see I've done a lot of tests here, so you can just go ahead and update a barcode. So you'll have your list of barcodes or your books in front of you. You can then go, okay, consequences of Earth's rotation, bang, here's the barcode for that, update. Okay, so that's one place you can come and easily find all items that need to be to have a barcode added to them. So that's where you find that. Okay, unallocated barcodes. You have some other options here. I want to show you default spine label. So another powerful thing that we've done in Global Catalogue is allowed you to print your call numbers straight from Global Catalogue. So it'll take into account what you've catalogued in your session, and then down the bottom here you have that print option. Okay, so if I was to click that, it should load up my report, okay, and then give me the record that I want to add it to. All right, so you can see here is my fiction Tolkien. That's my call number, spine label, ready to go on that item. Okay, if I go back here, I can then double check that that's the correct spine label that I'm using. If I click default spine label, okay, these are all the spine labels on our test site. So you can quickly check, yep, I use 12601, for example, save that, and then when I go ahead and regenerate that report, it'll load my spine labels using that default template. Okay, so another very powerful thing that saves you time. You then don't have to go into reports, scan all your books again, okay, that you've already scanned once into here. You just go ahead, click print, and then that will spit out the report for you, ready to be printed and placed onto those brand new records that you've just catalogued. Okay, so that's just a quick little session on Global Catalogue. You can see how fast that this does allow you to catalogue your records, especially for those people who are limited or have limited time in the library. I definitely suggest you come in here and set your copy defaults on the left here. That just allows you, so when you do come in and have your limited time in the library, you can use 99% of that time instead of 20% of that time fixing up everything or figuring out how to manually catalog items and stuff like that. You just come in here, you know, smash out the records that need to be created, chuck them on the shelves, okay, and then jump to your next job. So Global Catalogue is an awesome little feature that we have, and we've built from the ground up with you guys in mind. So definitely have a play in here. If you have any questions or are stuck on something, excuse me, click on the menu, go to support, and have a look at the search help. If I click on this, I'll just show you. Chuck in here, Global Catalogue. Okay, you've got here configuring your SCIS details. If you are brand new to the site and you don't know how to add your SCIS details in here, there's a help article that will show you how to do it. Okay, we've got GIFs in here that take you through each step so you can't get lost. Okay, information, if you don't know your login details, contact SCIS to get your Z3950 database login. Okay, chuck it in there, hit save. There's also a video that you can watch to go through that process. Okay, if you're not sure with what you're looking for in our help articles, start from here, click on the area you're looking for. You want to catalog items. Let's click on catalog, see what's there. Okay, have a look in there. You'll be surprised of how much you can do in here by yourself. Also, one cool little feature we've added in V4 is, if I go down to training, okay, you've got our brand new smart training that you can go through. If I expand get started, okay, setting up your SCIS details, start training. Okay, it tells you how long it should take, what you're going to be doing in this session, and then you've got a little pop-up here which tells you what to do. Okay, so menu, go to Global Catalogue, next. Okay, click on the configure button, Z3950 database. Go through those little training sessions, in your own time, whenever you want. You can see this one only takes 5 minutes. There are some, advanced library ones there that might take a little bit longer, reporting, stuff like that. But it's all beneficial. You guys definitely jump in, have a look at that, to help yourself get on, to getting more proficient with the system. And if you can't find what you're looking for, create a mailbox ticket. Okay, send us a message. We're always here to help, so you can just create a ticket, chuck in the subject, whoever else you want to CC in that in your message, hit that little paper aeroplane. That comes straight to us. We can then jump in and have a look at if there's an issue with your system, or you need assistance with something you can't find, a specific help article, whatever it is, we'll jump in and help you out. Okay, so again, I really appreciate you guys coming out and just watching our little sessions that we run every now and then. Next week I'll be doing a YouTube live on, what was it? Still Global Catalogue, or cataloging, so cataloging items that don't have a SCIS number or ISBN. Things like laptops, TVs, computers, things that you can't just get information from SCIS for. So I'll be going, excuse me, I'll be going over that. Excuse me. I'll be going over that next week, Wednesday, same time, 1 p.m. To show you guys how to catalog assets within SmartSuite. Alrighty. So I really appreciate everyone. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so that you get notified when we go live or any videos that we upload. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.